Greetings and salutations, friends. I am Nimithrander, and it's about time, since we got lucky enough to actually get Escoffier off the banner, it's about time we did her story quest. Treasured above all. A cake is a castle, daubed in paint and sculpted into a monument to genius. A cherry is a crown, crystalline and exquisite, a jewel festooning an extraordinary deed. But in the shadow of unhallowed brilliance do ordinary mortals struggle. The greater the yearning, the greater the regrets. The more beset with longing, the further one drifts. Interesting, we went from a cake analogy to, apparently, tragic longing. Well, apparently, we go to the Hotel de Bard to begin. Someone waiting for us? Almost looks like Navia from here.
Huh? Is that Navia over there?
Yeah, so it is.
Hey, Navia! What you up to? Shh!
Oh. Oh, you're in hiding, are you? Gotta tell you, the sunglasses really aren't helping. Your outfit is way too flashy. Why the secrecy?
Get lost, Monica! I don't want to see you back here until you're ready to wake up and start doing things properly! Right now, you're a disgrace to my kitchen and to the Hotel de Boer name!
It was an accident.
I'm sorry, did you hear me asking for excuses?
No, I'll do better, I promise.
Why is she so aggressive? She won't even listen to what the poor girl has to say. Oh, hey, cut her some slack. You gotta at least hear her out.
Wait!
Huh? Who do you think you are telling me? Wait a sec. Navia? So, you're bringing backup now. Suit yourself! You're still wasting your time!
Savannah, is this how you always treat your staff?
My staff is right. I'm the one in charge here now. And last time I checked, the Hotel de Boer doesn't take orders from the Spina di Rosula.
Of course. How you run your kitchen is none of our business. But when a member of your staff is so overworked he becomes gravely ill, that most definitely is our business. We're going to stand up for him, whether you like it or not.
Him? I assume you're referring to somebody else other than Monica at the moment, so you're gonna have to fill me in on this one.
Overworked? I've said it before, and I'll say it again. If Fermont can't handle the job, then tough luck. There are plenty of other capable people I can hire instead.
But Philmont can do the job, he just...
Monica, back inside, now!
Weren't you just throwing her out? My, but you have a changeable personality. Or is it the fact that Navia distracted you from all that?
Huh? But you said I shouldn't come back until...
Just do as you're told, and not another word out of you! Come on, we have work to do!
Wow, what a horrible person!
Sorry. Looks like I've dragged you into some drama again.
Think nothing of it. Compared with what we usually get up to, this is rather tame. After all, we were literally fighting the abyss over in Natlan recently, so dealing with a small bit of interpersonal drama at a famous restaurant is... Honestly, it barely even rates on the radar. So, who was that, exactly?
Her name is Savannah. She's the new head chef at Hotel de Boer. Ever since she took the job, she's been enforcing a brutal work regime and putting a huge amount of pressure on her staff. One guy was so overworked, he collapsed from illness. He's been bedridden for days, and he can barely even talk properly.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's all my fault. I don't deserve to be a chef.
At his family's request, the Spina di Rosula is trying to mediate on his behalf. We're not exactly making a ton of progress, as you saw. Savannah is adamant that Vermont's exhaustion and illness have nothing to do with her or how she's been running her kitchen. She's refusing to have any kind of meaningful dialogue with us. Our next thought was to talk to the other chefs at the restaurant and get a better idea of their working conditions. But with Savannah watching them like a hawk, no one has been willing to open up.
It begins to make me wonder whether we ought not get Neuvillette involved. After all, he should be able to order an investigation into this matter. And with one of the chefs, Vermont, literally collapsing at the job, that I think would be sufficient reason for an investigation. But perhaps they don't believe so. Or perhaps they're hoping that the Spina di Rosula can handle the matter in a less official way. After all, calling the Udex himself on them would damage the Hotel de Boer's reputation quite severely. Therefore, I can see why a softer touch might be in order.
And that's why I'm here, doing it the old-fashioned way. Camping out, watching, and waiting for an opportunity.
Makes me wonder why you don't have any of your men looking out for this. It's not as if you're the only member of Spina di Rosula, after all, but... well, it wouldn't be as much fun if we just ran into one of your cronies, now would it? So, for the sake of simplicity, it's Navia herself here. Oh well. So, you were waiting for Savannah to leave, and then you were going to approach Monica, I presume.
Oh, shoot! It all makes sense now. Sorry. Paimon should have thunk before she spoke. Did Paimon ruin everything?
Only marginally. I would say in this case, it doesn't matter when we get to interview the chefs, so long as we get to them relatively soon. So the fact that we missed out on Monica doesn't actually change much.
Oh, no, not at all, Paimon. Honestly, the way she was laying into Monica, someone had to step in. I'm sure I would have piped up if you hadn't. And besides, I don't really think I'm built for espionage.
The giant black and golden dress didn't tip you off to that fact. Alright. Now that Savannah has seen you, you're probably not going to get another chance. So, Paimon and I will have to come up with something else.
Yeah, meaning it's gonna be all the more difficult to get the inside scoop now. Oh, I might as well head back to the Fleuve Cendre then. We'll need to come up with a whole new game plan.
Paimon will join you, 'cause this is kinda all Paimon's fault.
Well, If Paimon's going in, so am I.
Oh, guys, it's fine. You don't need to worry about it. That said, if you were planning to visit the Fleuve Cendre anyway, let me take you out for a meal. I'll make sure it's a proper feast. A really famous chef just joined the Spina di Rosula's tavern. Her name is...
Sorry to interrupt. I just wanted to apologize for the scene you witnessed just now. We shouldn't subject our customers to that. This is a small token from us. It's some candy from Monica. She asked me to make sure it was delivered into your hands. Monica's the one apologizing? Huh. Clearly Savannah is the one who owes an apology.
Good luck getting one from her.
Our head chef has been a little highly strung lately. Sorry for everything.
Paimon, don't make things more difficult for her. Thank you for the gift, Leone. I presume that's how you pronounce that name. Not good at Chinese or French, unfortunately.
All right. Since there's candy, Paimon will drop it. Not the candy. Thank you for understanding. We'll make sure to pass your feedback on to Miss Savannah.
Kindly refrain from doing that. I don't want to have to find your bloodied corpse a little later on. Savannah seems more than a little on edge at the moment, so I don't want you to get your head bitten off by her, so please don't do that.
A little highly strung, huh?
Looks like with Savannah in the kitchen, even the waiting staff are on edge. And I'm wondering how long has she been the owner / runner of things here, and how did she get the job exactly?
Paimon doesn't get it. How did someone like her even become head chef?
Well, according to Fermat's family, she hasn't always been like this. But that's a story for another time. Let's try this candy.
Hold on. Why does Fermat's family know Savannah? Were they supposed to be engaged or something? Or is she his sister? Nope, you've just made me ask several more questions about how Savannah is related to Fermat. I guess we're going to have to continue on to find out, because apparently Aether didn't catch that, and he's not asking about it. Yes. Never underestimate Navia's affinity for sweets. Same thing with Farina, frankly.
Paimon totally gets it. Come on, dig in! Huh? Hold on, there's something written on the wrapper. Find Escoffier?
Let me guess, you were about to tell us about the new chef working at the Rosula Tavern. Escoffier wouldn't...
Escoffier? Could this mean...
Huh? You know that name, Navia?
Yeah. Let's stick to the plan and go back to the Fleuve Cendre for now. That's where we'll find Escoffier anyway.
Yep. Saw that coming. Oh, and it's actually right... Oh. Not just right below us. A long way below. What'll be the fastest way? Perhaps underground. Yeah, looks like that'll be best. I've actually forgotten how to get down there from the street level.
So, who is this Escoffier, anyway?
Well, for starters, she used to be the head chef at the Hotel de Boer, before Savannah.
Oh, guess I saw that coming too.
She recreated the legendary Gâteau de Boer and restored the restaurant back to its former glory. Safe to say, she's the most renowned head chef in the Hotel de Bour's history. After the culinary genius Modeste himself.
Gateau de Bourg. That's the super exclusive cake that they only sell a few slices a day, right? Wow. Why the heck would she let Savannah take her place?
Assuming she allowed it. As opposed to was forced out.
Well, apparently, the Hotel de Bourg was reported for a safety incident. Someone claims that the kitchen was adding an illegal substance to their menu. But none of the chefs had any idea how it could have gotten into the food. In the end, Escoffier decided that as head chef, she should take responsibility. And she was sent to the fortress of Meripede.
Oh, I guess I know where this is going, don't I? Savannah poisoned the food, put the illegal substance in, to get rid of Escoffier so she could take over the Hotel de Bourg. Well, and I'm guessing that the guilt of doing that is weighing on her, which is why she's acting out violently against all the staff. Well, we're going to have to deal with this swiftly, aren't we? Can't leave it like this, can we?
The fortress of Meripede?
Oh, don't be so dramatic. It was probably just a formality. We got senators for eating someone else's cake, remember? On the one hand, possibly, but on the other, it sounds like this was a rather severe matter, especially depending on what the illegal substance was. If it were poisonous and people died because of it, that could be a very lengthy prison sentence. And then, of course, we have to consider the fact that Escoffier is down here, in the Rosula Tavern, as opposed to anywhere more reputable. No offense, Navia.
Well, you're right. The quantity of the substance they found was fairly minimal. Even the guards believed the whole thing was probably just an accident. Escoffier didn't have to stay in the fortress for long, but still, by the time she returned, the role of head chef had already passed to Savannah.
So that's what happened. Paimon still thinks it's really unfair.
Even though Escoffier is no longer head chef at the hotel, she's still well respected by the staff. So, I'm guessing what Monica wants is for us to convince Escoffier to try and negotiate with Savannah on the staff's behalf.
Oh, Paimon gets it! Monica wants Escoffier to come back and kick Savannah out!
That would seem a reasonable enough request. Assuming that Escoffier would be allowed to do so. She is an ex-convict now, after all. And whether or not anyone was harmed, well, we're going to have to clear her name and reveal who put that substance in the food. Otherwise, I doubt that Escoffier will either be allowed or be willing to take back her place at the Hotel de Bourg.
It's simple. If the new head chef is stressing everyone out, then the solution is just get the old one back.
You've completely skipped over why the old one was removed in the first place, Paimon.
Well, about that...
You thought cream of mushroom soup was ready to serve after 3.5 minutes on the stove! You'd have had more sense serving hot water with ice cubes. At least then you wouldn't have wasted all this perfectly good cream and mushroom! What do you say, Hilaire?
I'm sorry, Cream. I'm sorry, Mushroom.
You're doing this to a child? Wow.
As you can see, Escoffier is that kind of chef as well.
How has the Hotel de Bourg made it this far? I'm at a loss for words. Well, Aether might be, but I'm not. Well, has to be something better about her. After all, well, Navia, let me ask you this. Were people passing out in the middle of work when Escoffier ran things? Rather important distinction to make. If someone is tough but fair, and doesn't actually drive people to the breaking point, then there's something to be said for letting them do it their way, whereas Savannah is seemingly just breaking people for no good reason. There is a distinction to be made here, but I'm going to have to learn more about Escoffier before I can say one way or the other.
You have to leave it on the heat for long enough to allow those flavors the chance to come out. Don't be fooled by the aroma when the water first starts to boil. Got it?
Yes, Chef.
Then go back and do it again. The customers are still waiting. Remember where you went wrong and don't repeat the same mistake twice.
Yes, Chef.
A bit of a strict disciplinarian.
Excuse us, we're...
Strict disciplinarian, but still teaching. Which is not true of Savannah from what we've seen.
Waiting to be served? Sorry, we're pretty busy. I'm afraid you have to join the line.
Oh, no, we're not here to eat.
So you're not paying customers? Then I'm afraid the wait will be even longer.
It's hard to talk to Escoffier when she's in the zone. Let's take a seat. We can catch up while we wait.
Strikes me that we should have ordered something. If only for politeness. And because it would help pass the time, too.
Looks like the rush hour is finally over. Is it always this busy here?
These days, yes. I'd say business has tripled since Escoffier joined as temporary head chef.
She didn't want to go back to Hotel de Boer. Well, as I pointed out, there's a question of legality. Savannah is now the acting head chef, and unfortunately, justified or not, people are likely going to look down on Escoffier for being an ex-convict. Her stint at the Fortress of Meripede might have been brief, and her crime very minimal. Doesn't change the fact that people will view her as a criminal. And worse, one who potentially put poison in the food. Very few people will willingly trust someone like that again. So, once again, reputation is a problem.
Well, in her words, the Hotel de Boer doesn't need her anymore. It doesn't look like she's got any plans to go back.
I guess I'll be heading off then.
Wait, take these home with you. We can't serve them now, and there's no sense in letting them go to waste.
Oh, thank you, Chef.
For what? Like I said, I just don't want them going to waste. Oh, and tell Fiamma to get well soon, so you're not running yourself ragged every single shift.
Firmo. That's the second time we've heard that name. Who is that again?
He's the chef that fell ill from stress. Hilaire is his son. And with Mom stuck at home taking care of Dad, he decided to pick up some work to help pay the bills. Escoffier knows their situation, so she's been making some extra food every day for him to take home.
Hey, I heard that, Navia! I've told you before, no one's making extra food. Hilaire is making blunders in the kitchen, and I can't serve his failed dishes, so he might as well take them home.
Yeah, failed dishes that just so happen to be nutritionally complete every single time.
So you two must be the world-famous traveler and his companion, Paimon. Yes? Is there something I can help you with?
Oh, so you know us already. We'll skip the introduction then. We are here to talk about Savannah.
Since Hilaire is working for you, you must be aware of the situation with Savannah. How she's running the Hotel de Boer staff ragged. Does that not concern you?
Oh, I certainly am. The Spina's headquarters are right next to the tavern. And I've lost count of the number of times Navi has come to pester me about it. But I don't work for the Hotel de Boer anymore. And being ex-head chef doesn't give me the right to interfere with that business. Besides, I'm the one who persuaded Savannah to take the job in the first place.
What?
Well, she was a much gentler person back then. A little timid, even. She wasn't at all confident that she was the right fit for the role.
I wonder if you read her correctly, or if she was putting on an act. Like I said, my first supposition about this is that Savannah's the one who spiked the food in order to get your job. And cozying up to you beforehand so that you named her successor would make that even easier. But I suppose we'll have to see how my guesses pan out.
That's hard to believe. Are we definitely talking about the same Savannah here?
Honestly, I do wonder if she's just emulating me. I mean, I'm not the most pleasant head chef to be around either.
Self-aware, at least. And you do have a heart deep down. You wouldn't be giving the boy food if you didn't.
Anyway, suffice to say that given the history between us, it'll be tricky for me to tell her she's doing her job wrong without coming across like a huge hypocrite. Fiamar and the others probably think that Savannah gets it all from me.
I wouldn't be so sure about that, Escoffier. Look at this note we got from Monica.
She mentioned me.
Whatever shortcomings you feel you have, it looks like Monica still trusts you. As for the others, well, how can you know what they think unless you ask them?
Monica.
Plus, it's not like we're asking you to storm in there and raise hell. We're only in the initial phase of our investigation. All we're trying to do is get the other chefs to open up to us.
Oh, Monica. Oh, Monica!
Escoffier?
You're about to explode, aren't you? Getting very angry, I expect.
I can't believe her! Powdered sugar is supposed to be applied sparingly. Look at all that on the wrapper. It's thicker than the sole of my shoe.
Yeah. Not exactly what I thought you'd be haranguing her over, but... I guessed right that you would be haranguing her.
Unbelievable! I won't stand for this. She has to learn. Come on, we're going.
Wait, so now she's...
Well, whatever the reason she came up with, at least she's convinced herself to go have a conversation. Yeah, she made up an excuse, so off we go.
Let's go catch up to her. We don't want to keep her waiting.
Decidedly not. And looks like she is outright waiting for us. Well, back to the Hotel de Boer, but much as I know they just said we shouldn't keep her waiting, well, I'm afraid I'm going to keep both her and all of you waiting. We've hit the half-hour mark, so I think I will be ending today's episode here. If you've enjoyed this, please remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. do check out my Elden Ring Let's Play, as well as my playthrough of the Genshin Impact main story. I post Monday through Friday, meaning that if you hit the bell, you'll see part 2 of the Escoffier story quest. So, do remember to hit that bell if you want to see part 2 and onward. And, as always, have a good day.